What's going on, guys? Digidesdan here, and welcome to another pickup video. This week was awesome in terms of hunting and thrifting. I only went out to the thrift maybe 2 or 3 times, but out of those 2 or 3 times, I was able to find a lot of good stuff. A lot of it is kind of offbeat, not necessarily games, but lots of good stuff anyway. So first thing I want to start off with is some retail finds. Looks like I only have one, and that's from Toys R Us. So a big toy collector, a big World of Nintendo collector, but I was finally able to find this in store. It's a little elusive, but it's the World of Nintendo Metroid, the 6-inch Metroid. Moving on to the thrift stores, this week kind of had 2 different themes going on in terms of our finds. One's like superheroes and the other one's actually Game Boy. I'll get to that later. But at the thrift store, we went to a couple of them, and first thing I found was Spider-Man. So this is the 67 collection. This has 6 discs and 52 episodes. Next thing found at a thrift store, this one's actually from Goodwill, and this was found by my fiance. It is 32 Valentine's Day cards from Batman the Animated Series. So it comes with stickers, each one. So of course, Valentine's Day is coming up as well, and I'm sure these might come in handy if I was, 7. But either way, they're very cool. Next find, also from Goodwill, also a find from my fiance. It is a trade paperback by Mark Waid. You could probably guess it. It's The Flash, my favorite superhero. And this is Wally West, and the trade is called Blitz. So this is a great dynamic between when they first introduce the Reverse Flash, Hunter Zolomon, and Wally West in this arc. It's a fantastic read. If you want to read a great storyline between those 2 characters, this is one that you should definitely check out. Half-price books, lots of great stuff. Another comic is in the mix. This time it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This was just a cool find. Single issue. What's also cool is on the back it has the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Tiger Electronics LCD, and in the center of it is another advertisement for a handheld LCD. Oh, I guess the insert just fell out. It also comes with a card here, which is cool. Oh, I didn't even realize that. In the actual comic, it shows the Thunder Megazord. And that's actually my favorite Megazord out of the series. So, that just puts icing on the cake. Talking about handhelds, this is a Star Trek LCD handheld game made by Konami. I know that they have a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games in this similar setting in the Konami handheld, but this one is Star Trek. This one's brand new in the blister pack, and it was $10, so not bad. Next find from Half Price Books. This is more of a game, or it is a game, but it is a fighting game for PlayStation 2. It is Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. Just a fighting game starring characters from Neo Geo games. And, I don't know, it was $6, made by SNK, of course, and just figured it'd be another game to throw into the arsenal, into the collection, where buddies and I can duke it out and, trash talk and all that fun stuff. So, $6, not bad. Last find from Half Price Books is kind of a big one. I don't know if you're familiar with toy collecting, but, I'm fairly new to it, but I was able to find this Superpowers Superman made by Kenner from 1984, and they wanted $4 for it. And what's great about this is it's carded, so it's still got the original packaging, the blister pack, and it's brand new. There is damage, liquid damage, and something looks like something chewed it, but other than that, this is an awesome find because the figure itself, I believe, goes for about at least $25 in alright shape. I've seen some carded sales go for over $100, so anywhere in between 50 to 100, I would say is a safe value. I know it's a big jump, but either way, I got this for $4. It's an awesome find. I know I have a lot of collecting buddies who are very interested in this, so this is definitely good, trade bait if I ever decide to get rid of it. Next pickup is from Tozai Exports. They're based out of Osaka, Japan, and they were actually the ones that I picked up the Nintendo 64 DD from. So if you saw one of my last videos, I showed off a Nintendo 64 disk drive, or dynamic drive, whichever one you want to call it. It was the RadNet starter pack. So it came with the box, came with the cartridge modem, and everything that you needed to get started with the DD. But it was missing a disc, and I let them know that, hey, it was missing a disc, and the person I work with over there, he is a fantastic guy. He let me know that he actually found one and was willing to sell it to me for a really, really good price. So I did that, and in this week I got the RadNet starter disc that comes with the box. So this disc allowed you to utilize the cartridge modem while using the disc inside here, and you could surf the internet or something like that. But either way, very cool. I now have a completed RadNet starter set for the Nintendo 64 DD. I mentioned earlier in this video that there was a couple themes going on. I had superheroes. You got Superman, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The Flash, Spider-Man, all that cool stuff. But the second theme of this video, or this week in pickups, was Game Boy. So also at the thrift Value Village, I was able to find another game, and it was Bo Jackson baseball and football. I think that's what it's called. It's 2 games in 1. Bo Jackson 2 games in 1. I think it's called Hit and Run Bo Jackson. It just doesn't say it on the label, but if you aren't familiar with who Bo Jackson was, it's just a great athlete overall. From back in the day, he played football for the Raiders, and he played baseball, I think, for the Royals, I want to say. I don't quite remember, but found it at Valley Village for $2.99. So, pretty cool there. Next few finds. I did a trade with a friend of mine, a new friend of mine. His name is John Riggs. He's most known for doing hacks and repros of retro games. So he's got a YouTube channel. He's much bigger than me. Very cool guy, very friendly, awesome videos. You should go check him out. I'll leave a link in the description below. But I was watching one of his live feeds one night, and in conversation, Game Boy games came up. And there are a few games that I was looking for that he had and he was looking to get rid of. And we decided that we should try to work out a trade. And so that's what we did. I ended up giving up my personal NES Classic, the one that just came out, as well as an extra Famicom Classic that I had. And the case for it. And I think... Oh yeah, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. I gave up Conker's Bad Fur Day as well, an extra copy. And he hooked it up with a lot of great Game Boy games. So first thing, it was actually only for like 4 or 5 it was only for 5 Game Boy games originally. But he decided to throw in like 7 other games, which is pretty cool. So the first one is Daedalian Opus for Pool. You have 4-in-1 Fun Pack, Volume 2. This one's got Solitaire, Yacht, Dominoes, and Cribbage. All the most exciting games for a person my age. There's Toy Story. You have Aretha. So this one's a Japanese game. Again, Watch Gallery. So I had this one in my collection, but this was also a freebie that he threw in. So the last one he threw in was made by Romstar, Mr. Chin's Gourmet Paradise. So this one is not necessarily the most politically correct, but from what I've heard and from what he's told me, it's a fairly fun puzzle game, action puzzle game. So thank you, John, for those 7 freebies. Appreciate it. In terms of the trade, this is what the majority of the value was geared towards or settled upon. So the first one is Battletoads in Ragnarok's World. The labels are intact. Next one is Contra, the Alien Wars. So one of my last videos I showed my buddy Alan over in Wyoming hooked it up with Castlevania The Adventure. John was able to provide Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge. A little bit of a heavy hitter in terms of Game Boy. Actually, probably one of the most expensive Game Boy games that I own. Now, it's Castlevania Legends. So, I'm really excited to dig into this one. From what I've seen, it is essentially a simplified version of the other Castlevania games on NES, but it's still got the awesome soundtrack that I love about Castlevania. So this one, you play as Sonia Belmont, but I'm really excited to play that one and hopefully beat it. And the last game that I got from John in the trade is super exciting, for me at least. Also along the lines of Castlevania, it is Kid Dracula. So this was actually the game he mentioned in his live video, and I said, oh yeah, that's one of the games that I still need to get my hands on for a reasonable price, and he said he was getting rid of it and offered it to me. So from there we worked out a trade, and now it's in my hands and I'm really excited to play it. I have the Famicom version, but I've never played the Game Boy version, and this is the game that I'm most excited to play. So it's really feel good. It's very reminiscent of Castlevania playstyle, but you play as a little, vampire, and you shoot projectiles instead of using a whip. So those are the games that I got from John Riggs. Again, you need to check out his channel if you haven't. Awesome guy, awesome friend. He's very informative in terms of repros, hacks, making your own video games, and all that fun stuff. So check him out. Thank you, John. Thanks for the trade. Hopefully we'll be working out with each other a little bit more in the future. But yeah, those are my trade pickups, I guess, from John. I have one more game to show you, and this was actually because of the games I got from John. I posted them up on my Instagram and my Facebook saying, thanks to John for the awesome trade. And another friend of mine, Ben, give a shout out to you. He saw that all those Game Boy games and awesome Game Boy games, and he decided that he wanted to share one of his Game Boy games with me. He dropped by, after he saw it, and he decided to give me Kid Icarus on Game Boy. So, of Myths and Monsters. I haven't played this one, but I really appreciate it, Ben. Thank you. This game is going right into my collection, and hopefully I'll be able to play it sometime soon and maybe beat it if I can. If it's anything like the old Kid Icarus, it might be challenging. So, thank you again. Tons of Game Boy games this week. Lots of great titles like Kid Icarus, Kid Dracula, Belmont's Revenge, Castlevania Legends. Just awesome games altogether. But I haven't touched my Game Boy in a while, and this is a really good reason to get back on it and buy some double A's. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Instagram, check out my Facebook, check out my gameplay videos, tip videos. Got tons of stuff coming for you. Also, I wanted to give a little footnote. I have a new project, a new venture in terms of video game collecting that I'd like to share with you. Me and a couple other buddies of mine are doing a new blog. So a written blog with images, pictures, all that fun stuff. And we're going to be describing, our experiences with anime, toys, comics, modern video games, retro video games, and that's going to be recorded all on our news site. I'll let you guys know when it's live, but look forward to that. Again, we would really appreciate all your support and your views and your reads. I don't know what to call it, but thanks again. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one.